Alright, hey everybody, Guild Wars Buddy here. So we're going to be continuing on with our series in Tyria, the Nostalgia series. We're at episode 16. Things are going pretty good. So today we're going into the Dragon's Lair, aka Glint, which is actually quite funny because right now playing Living World Season 3 and parts of Heart of Thorns at the same time, so I'm kind of jumping back and forth between past and present in Guild Wars 2. And what's fascinating is playing through sections of the game that have to do with Glint. So yeah, I'm kind of dealing with this stuff right now in the now. So it's interesting to go to Glint today in this episode. Alright, so that's pretty much it. We've got our guys set up. I don't think anybody's joining us today. I know Mike's playing Grand Theft Auto. I don't know what Sean's doing. Um, and that's pretty much it. And then afterwards, after this stream, I'm probably gonna play some Guild Wars 2 and continue on my journey to catching up to all you guys. I've been playing for a while now. All right, let's go. Oh, the Dragon's Lair, the Forgotten. I was in the section I'm in right now in Guild Wars 2. They were talking about the Exalted. We're talking about the Forgotten. So it's interesting having to fight them here. Why's my volume so low? Well, that's not good. Clearly my effects are set way too low. Let's put this up a tiny amount and turn that off. Alright. Why is the volume not working? Well, some of the volume is working, but none of the fight animations are making any sound. Domain of health draining. Oh yeah. It's interesting because the other day I was talking about how that was an interesting mechanic in Nightfall, and I guess I completely forgot that the facets of the dragon in this area have it as well. So bad on me for forgetting that. Well, I guess these guys are actually exalted. I mean, they're not in golden armor, but I mean, you see what I mean, right? Yeah, this is interesting. I like this is I consider this a huge positive, a huge boon, if you will, that the fact that now that I'm playing Guild Wars 2, it's linking back to Guild Wars 1 in such a way as to almost teach me something about Guild Wars 1 by playing Guild Wars 2, you know. And then this is why, it was so frustrating to see the whole weird season Living World Season 1 stuff disconnected from such a rich story of Guild Wars 1 and seeing where they're going to go with it. Not for any spoilers, by the way. I don't want to annoy anybody. There's a few people talking about replaying Guild Wars 1, and I'm curious to hear how you guys are going to do it. Like, what's your plan? Are you going to play your Guild Wars, your already existing Guild Wars characters? Are you going to, move them forward? The ones that you had kind of neglected? Or, like, if you're going to do it from a nostalgic perspective, like, what are you aiming for? Are you going to do what I did, basically, and create a character that I already played, like the warrior. I've already played warrior. This is not something that's particularly new, but and I'm not even playing it in a new way. But it's just to force me to kind of move the character forward in the storyline. Yeah, so I want to hear. What are you guys doing? The guys that are installing Guild Wars 1 again. What are you gonna do? What are you actually gonna do? Like, what's the plan? If you don't have one, that's fine too. I mean, Guild Wars, you should have already started playing by the time this video comes out. Man, Susuke, you are slow on that Searing Flames. What's this zone? Spell you are under your movement speed is slowed. Nah, see, it doesn't even say by how much. That's lame. It should say by how much. Another thing I've been enjoying about Guild Wars 2 is finding random pugs and having conversations and being able to hand out a Discord link and be like, hey, come on and talk to us. And I think what was going on, especially near the end of Guild Wars, was everybody was already pretty established and nobody really wanted to like do that kind of thing. I don't want to say recruiting because Guild Wars. I don't want to say Guild Wars 2 doesn't really have guilds in the same respect, but it's certainly the impression I get. People don't have any kind of real guild loyalty, with the exception of guilds that tell you you must represent or get out, bruh. But yeah. That clicky sound without fight sounds is kind of strange. I think it's this zone, I'm not sure. Maybe I have to increase the volume just a little bit more again. I just don't want to bring it to the point where you can't hear me talk, which is something that somebody early on had complained about. This is an interesting area. Again, an area that you can't really explore outside of the mission. So underutilized, let's put it that way. And it shows up in Guild Wars 2 in Glenn's challenge. Well, I think the color palette changes. This is kind of a greenish yellow feel to everything, and I think in Guild Wars 2 it's got more of a blue tint. You know what I mean? Now, if I remember correctly, this ranger has Melandru's resilience, and this was a skill that I used on this warrior. Not on this warrior, but on my warrior builds. For dungeons where I needed to be like very tanky, and we were in areas that had there were a couple of dungeons in Eye of the North where you get so many hexes put on you. It's mind-boggling the amount of hexes that they put on you. Somewhere in the order of 5 to 8, and it made a huge difference to have that and just sit there and tank all this hex and conditions, and as well as most of them are casters, so they don't do a tremendous amount of armor damage, and then you clump them up all in a corner, and then the nukers come in and just devastate everything. I know that that's the old school strategy of doing it, not the current meta, absolutely, but it was fun while it lasted. but more and more we got away from the Trinity, right? Like it was one still has the Trinity, but the meta doesn't really utilize it too much. So it's funny whenever I see these crystal spiders, it makes me think of Star Trek. There was an episode. There was a in the MMO in Star Trek Online. They added the is it the Thorians? What is it? What are they called? They're giant. They're crystal people. Uh, they're like crabs, and they live in extreme heat. And they're featured in a few episodes. You don't see one until Enterprise. And Enterprise, they actually, I guess because they didn't have the CGI for it before, they didn't want to risk making them look stupid, so they just didn't show them ever. They just talked about them and showed their vessels and whatever. But in Enterprise, they actually have a few episodes featuring them. Dr. Phlox, it's in the parallel universe that's evil, and they torture one by lowering the temperature to the point that their exoskeleton is gonna shatter. Not sure if they play sound waves as well. I think they also like make the frequency of like there's like an ambient sound in the room, and they're tweaking the frequency to torture the poor crab. And then today I also went to some of the new zones, and it was fun. It was fascinating to see the Karka again because I hadn't really seen the Karka since the south. What was it called? A cove in the south. I think it's South Coast, South Side Coast or something. It's like Cove. Anyway, long story short, you know, saw that, which was fascinating because the Karka was such a screw up. Oh man, I remember playing that and it was just screen lag. It was just screen lag caused by the fact that the game was lagging so much that their servers couldn't handle the workload. It was like, oh yeah, everybody log on for this special event, and the servers aren't running or don't work. Like if the servers, if everybody in the game that owns Guild Wars 2 logs in tomorrow at the same time, and the servers can't handle it, you go, well, that's unfortunate, but you know I understand. You know, high volume would cause you issues because you're not expecting it. But in a situation where you told people to log on, because this was an event that was only going to happen once, and if they missed it, that was it. And then everybody logs on like you planned it, like you asked, and your servers can't handle it. That's on you. That's there's a lot of anger because a lot of people just couldn't experience that event at all. It was just broken. It's like, well, what's on your screen? It's like, I don't know, everything's flailing about. It's so serene without the combat. It's just, what is happening? It's almost as if every time I readjust these, they go back without me. Like I've set these now, right? Let's change something. No, I don't want to change that. Okay. Music's definitely louder. Nope, the battle sounds still aren't there. Maybe it's just Dragon's Lair, I don't know. Rock Eater Scarabs. I've been noticing on YouTube that the watch time on the shorter videos is higher than the watch time on the longer videos. So that's definitely indicating that people didn't like the long episodes, 3 hour long sessions. People were watching just a short amount and then just switching off. So yeah, lesson learned there. Don't make the episodes too long. I'm liking the 1 hour just for me, just because I get to do 2 missions and then stop. I think it's just a better balance overall. So this is what we're going to do moving forward. I think an hour to 90 minutes, and then we'll see how the series goes. Crystal Guards. Hey Lily, how's it going? You're alive. Well, I knew that with you logging on, but... Oh yeah, you're cooking dinner. What are you gonna make? I didn't have dinner. I had a bowl of cereal. My internal clock is still being reset, so now I'm at the point where I fall asleep at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, go to bed, wake up at 7, do this, play a bit, and then go back to bed till 3 in the morning. Some fried rice. So tomorrow I'll probably go to bed at 4 o'clock, sleep for 4 hours, wake up, do this stream, go back to bed for another 4 hours, and then the two times will sync. So then I'll be able to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night and sleep for 8 hours straight. Right now it's almost like I want a work schedule because of the 4 hour blocks of sleep I'm getting. That's what happens when you let your sleep schedule get so out of whack. But with my son, it's hard sometimes to stay to a schedule because he'll wake up for a feeding earlier than expected, and then rather than just go straight to bed, let my wife handle Arthur, I stay up with her and help change him and get him ready and everything. So I end up staying up an extra like almost 2 hours longer than I had planned. And then the next night I go to bed and I can't. And then this time he wakes up late, which means I go to bed, he's just waking up, and I do the same thing again where I stay up 2 hours longer than I expected. So now I'm going to bed at 4 in the morning. And then the next night I can't fall asleep. I just can't fall asleep earlier than about 3 a.m. So I end up staying up until almost 6 a.m. by the time I sleep. Like fuck. Now I'm waking up at noon and like, oh no, this is not good. So now it's almost reset, and then the plan is to go to bed at midnight in the future. I don't want to say this mission's too long, because it's not like a crazy amount of time. It's boring. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just move forward, kill enemies, kill a dragon of a particular facet. Granted, am I gonna go for the full glint? I don't want to risk doing that and having to restart this stupid mission. So no, just mainly because I'm not going for a master of anything. Like this is an alt account built only for this nostalgia tour. I never understood why you'd want to kill Glint in the first place. That's the other thing. So I'm under an effect, but it's not showing me what that effect is. I know that it's knockdown in this room every now and then, but it's not. It doesn't say like this room will knock you down. It's after you get credit for the base mission. If you die, you get the bonus, even in normal mode. Oh, okay. Well, maybe. I don't know that I have a particularly good build for it, though. Not that it's a particularly bad build for it. Man, without the battle sounds so weird. What? Yeah. Why do you remember that? I don't know, man. There's stuff that I remember about this game that is completely meaningless and pointless, and then there's other consequential things that I should remember and I can't. It's just if I knew how my memory worked and the things I could do to remember the things that are important, uh, my life would be immensely better. Just immensely better. Like I'll be studying starting next week. My wife's going to be helping me out with mental math and collision regulations, and I suspect it's going to be painful to try to remember certain things because I have to know a lot of stuff verbatim. Quest complete. Get your quest log. Uh, I haven't gotten the reward yet, so I have to wait till I get the reward, right? Do I have to go to leave, or I'm so confused. Is this it? No, still your egg. No, not stealing your egg. Alright, here we are in Draknor's Forge. This is one of those outposts that I remember everybody talking about all the time. Just all the time. And it's a great location. Um, I didn't spend an incredible amount of time here, but I spent some time here, especially after a run, getting armor, getting just this place is kind of cool. All right, are you the one that gives me the quest I need? No, I remember. It's somebody way up here that gives me the quest I need to move on to the next area, which I think is the Iron Mines of Moladun. Oh no, this is where you get the Ascension quest if you're a Prophecies character. This is where she gives you the go kill the Mesmer quest. I know the next things are in the Mines of Moladun, but there's a quest in between. Did I write it down? Thirsty River, Augury Rock, Dragon's Lair. No, that's where it stopped. That's where my Let's go back to where we came in. Maybe I missed it. Maybe this is somebody I was supposed to talk to. That's the one thing I don't like about their quest markers in this game, is that sometimes they're inside people's heads, so you can't see them. So you're right up on the person. See, it's fun to think about. This is one of them. Damn, I just want to play Guild Wars 2, Guild Wars 1 right now. So icebergs like this. This is something you have to consider about icebergs that video game developers don't think about too much. But this ice, because of the tides and currents and everything, could come up against this bridge, and it'll compact it, and then it'll just destroy this bridge. Like, you can't have a bridge like this next to a sea with icebergs and shit moving around in it like this. It's not a good idea. I know it's a game, but it's just one of those things where, it wouldn't happen in real life because that bridge would get destroyed right quick. Bridge safety with Xavier, yeah, I know, but it's true. It was one of those things, going to Antarctica and seeing what ice does is just frightening. Because it's so much weight, and it can just destroy anything. This is one of the problems that they have, is they can't establish docks. Like, you can't just put out a dock into the water, because what we'll do, the ice will come around, surround it, and then just crush it. Let's take this quest. Seeking the Seer, is this it? Speak with the Korg Scout the Marsat have taken Thunderhead Keep. Jealous ordered our scouts. It sounds like the right one. Let's do this one. Let's go see the Dwarven Scout over here in Crafter's Corner, just to make sure we're on the right trail, and then we're going to go into the Talus Chute. Yep, just a little scout walking around. Hey. Remember correctly, this is like completely optional. You don't even need this quest. You can just run to the next zone. Nashers. Oh, yeah, Stone Summon. This is the Necro. It's usually the one you want to get rid of first. When my parents were visiting recently, they talked about their backyard. And in winter, this happens a lot in Quebec, where I'm from. The snow will bow the trees like this, to the point that large branches will snap off, and the weight of all the snow will weaken the tree to the point that it just falls over. If I was to start a new playthrough, what do you recommend for class? It really depends on like what characters you already have. Like, are all your characters already maxed out, level 20, done all the campaigns, mastered everything, or do you have like a character that only did Nightfall or only did Prophecies and then never went on to the rest? And also, what do you want to get out of it? Do you just want to reminisce, like I'm doing with this nostalgia series, or do you want to maybe remember a certain farm you like to do? Alright, let's go. Is this where the ice imps start? It should be soon. You're gonna start seeing ice imps. I'm not in the mood for that at all. Let's fight these guys. I did prophecies on a ranger and done almost everything but dungeons with a writ. Well, if you haven't played factions, well, no, because if you did almost everything but dungeons with a writ, then you should have done factions. I would recommend Against a Writ simply because it's just boring. You could play a class that they upgraded. They did a huge revamp of the warrior skills. So hammer builds and axe builds are very viable, but also the Ellies got their air and earth stuff tweaked. So if you want a bit of something that has a lot of variables, like you can play around with. So like, do you want like single target DPS? Do you want to, denial? Do you want like almost like crowd control skills? Or do you want to make yourself nearly invincible with earth magic and knockdowns? There's a lot you can do with an Ellie. They made the Ellies way more interesting with that patch. And also because, the AI is garbage with Ellies a lot of the time. Not very, very good at it. And I highly recommend you don't start with prophecies, because I recommend Nightfall. Oh yeah, we can have a talk on Discord when you come in. It'll be fun. The cancerous plague. Let me guess, black armor with chaos gloves? Black armor and chaos gloves. Predictable. Oh yeah, Nightfall, everybody enjoyed. Nightfall's great. Alright, so this mission is the Ice Caves of Sorrow. Don't remember much of this mission. I'm sure it'll dawn on me when we start, and then I'll regret my decision immediately. Ugh. Oh, wait a second. Is there a Mersat in here? Yes, and I can't touch the Mersat. That's right, I don't have infused armor. So, we're gonna have to be careful here. Then we won't be able to survive that fucking Mersat. I forget when it was. I think somebody was asking help with hard mode in this mission. And I said, oh yeah, sure, fuck. Oh yeah, my writ hasn't done this. I'll come too. And so we ran over to this area, and then we started this mission. And I think, oh, let's kill this Mersat. Just get it out of the way now, because it usually just runs around. It's annoying. So we walk in, and my writ just gets annihilated. Half the missions in Prophecy sound like they're bad horror adventure movies. Yeah, there's a bit of that. The Iron Mines of Moladun. Come on, guys, get out of the artillery fire. Crying out loud. So now I'm afraid these, Doliacs are super loud. No one can hear me, and I still can't hear my battle sounds. I don't know what's up with that. So Lily, how's the volume? Can you hear me okay, or are the battle sounds drowning me out? No, the audio levels aren't bad at all. Alright, good. It's been the #1 complaint about the series. It's during the battle sequences, I can't hear what you're saying. I always found this silly that the Stone Summit engineers just sit there and continue to do their job, even though they're being, you know, attacked. I don't already have your green, you little bugger. Get back here. Yeah, it might be, yeah, that we talk on a fairly regular basis, so you're just used to my voice, and it wouldn't matter how much background noise or... You know, maybe I should start talking in French just to confuse you. I did that in an episode once for Guild Wars 2? No, it was Eye of the North. And I switched the game to French and I started reading like a quest. What was it? What was it? It's an Eye of the North. It was just a bit of lore, and I started reading, and I found it pretty amusing. I'm not supposed to fight these guys. No, 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 don't go, no. Don't go, no. Hey, the Stone Summit have a great benefits package and solid salaries. They don't want to lose their jobs. Yeah, I'm dead. You fucking Stone Summit piece of shit. This is the problem when you haven't done a mission in a while. You completely forget that there's a button to make the Doliac come out and eradicate all those things that killed me. And my heroes can't complain, right? They can't say, hey, don't engage, fuck, I got no energy. It's usually somebody's job to do that. Oh, that was the worst place for you to do that, you bastard. I hate Mesmers, I really do. It's funny, one of my former Chilean colleagues sent me a message the other day on Facebook, and I was so confused at first. I thought, why is he sending this to me? And it's just a text message, screen cap of, you know, a guy saying, "Hey, wake up!" And the other guy is saying like, "What do you want?" "Dude, I make pancakes. Do you want some?" "Fuck yeah!" I sat there and I'm like, why is he sending this to me? And then I remembered that the cooks in Chile, they don't do breakfast in their navy. All they serve is some tea and some toast. It's not enough to survive on. I'm gonna adjust these volume levels right now because I've set them even though just a little bit higher than they were, and now they're way too loud. Congrats on completing the fried rice. So what happened was is I would especially on weekends I would make breakfast. I'd go into the kitchen, tell the cooks. I would go out and I bought flour. I bought corn syrup because it was all I could get down there. Um, there we go. And now we use this to fire. So I had corn syrup because it's the best kind of syrup I could get, even though I knew it's a travesty. My province makes 75% of the world's supply of maple syrup, so it's frustrating to have to drink this horrible shit. But I bought eggs and milk and flour, and I made myself pancakes in the morning, especially on weekends. And so one day, this guy, my colleague's coming off work, and I said, "Oh, I'm about to make breakfast. Do you want some?" And I think the cook hadn't made much the night prior, so he was starving. So he's like, "Yes, yes, yes, make pancakes." So he came back at 8 in the morning, having slept almost no time at all at work. I was completely exhausted. And I gave him some pancakes. I guess he remembers that. Doesn't matter how late it is. Sometimes it's just nice to have pancakes. Ugh, I don't want back aggro. Stupid white mantle. Oh, pancakes are the best. Um, I don't make them that often just because I don't like adding that much sugar to my diet. Although recently, it's actually come up in the news. What they've done is they've removed all the water and all the sugar from maple syrup. So you get this essence, like this extract from it. Scientists, and they've started using that to what was it? What did they do with it? I think they were using it to like kill certain kinds of infection. I'd have to find the article. I'll link it when I upload this episode. But it was just interesting. It's one of those, hey, we found a use for this particular extremely common item that we thought was just for consumption. But I forget who it was. I think I posted the article on Facebook, and somebody said something to the effect of, "Oh yeah, we should just drink more maple syrup." And I said, "No, no, no. If you read the article, it's very clear. They've removed all sugar and all water. Waffles are higher up on your list? Well, you're just crazy. I'm sorry, Lily, but you're just crazy." So. Reykjavina out of her cell. So yesterday, I don't know how many people actually checked it out, but on episode 15, I posted a link to a picture of the Logos, the ship in the Beagle Channel that ran aground. So yeah, I'll try to do that. In almost any episode, if I talk about something, I'll link to it so you can have a look. Especially if what I'm describing is extremely visual, which I was yesterday when I was talking about all these wrecks in the south of Chile. I looked up a few of the other ones, which are pretty cool. Is it this one? Or is this the bait? Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, and I have to avoid these Mersats like the plague because I can't survive an altercation with them yet. I mean, maybe I could. But if I remember correctly, it's the infusion on my armor that affects the infusion on your hero's armor. Help, help, we're over here! Oh fuck, the Mersats are just coming up from behind us here. Run away! And where's the nearest? Okay. Oh, what's coming at us from the side here? Oh, one more shot. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Let's pop this door first. And then let's free her. Oh, we're about to run out of cupcakes. I mean, the effects of it. Henchmen, I think, rely on you. Yeah, exactly. So if you... I think no, I don't think heroes are automatically infused. Yes, he doesn't say infused on them. So I think if they get hit by Spectral Agony, they get hit by the full fucking force of it. I'm not starting this movie, this episode again, and redoing this mission, so you'll have to take my word on it. Oh no, we saw it. Run away! Run away! There you go. Alright, so we get here, and then the Mersats start to move. Let's go back. Oh, you're gonna wiki it? Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Okay, this is from the wiki. That doesn't mean it's true though, but wiki's pretty good usually. Are you gonna post like the entire wiki article in the chat? Please don't. Oh man, look at all those Mersat. Ugh. Okay, heroes are always infused. Okay. But why were you slightly off? Are henchmen also? Are conditional on the player? That's what you said, so you were correct. Oh, so they're infused if the mission requires it. So on this mission, they wouldn't be infused because you're not supposed to be infused yet, is what you're saying. That is stupid. Ugh. Did they ever explain why the Mersat aren't with the Stone Summit? Why they can't establish some kind of I don't know what you want to call it, just a peace accord, a non-aggression pact? Makes sense to me. Alright, this is where most of them are saw get killed. Ooh, a chest. Come on, kill more of them or saw it, damn it. Guild Wars 3 will switch the game into a diplomacy simulator. Yeah, it's just there's aspects of the writing in Guild Wars 1 that really bothers me. I think today I was playing through a section and the guy comes out and goes, "Oh man, I'm really your friend. You should trust me." And then immediately you trust him. You go, okay, that's weird. Whereas the Sylvari, a few of them switch, and it's like, kill all the Sylvari. Come on, kill more Mersat. Yeah. Wait, what are the Mersat doing? Where are they going? Did they turn around to go through? That's funny. And once more. Hmm. Wow, they're still alive. Holy shit. There we go. There we go. We're done with the Mersat. Alright. I keep forgetting about her. And that I have to keep her alive. Hey, Nemesis, how's it going? Alright. Glad to hear it's going good. We've made it. We have completed the Ice Caves of Sorrow. And now, on to the Iron Mines of Moradun. Alright, good. Alright, so there's a bunch of people watching, which is cool. So I think we're going to keep moving forward, since we have a good audience here. We'll do one more mission. We'll do the Iron Mines of Moradun. Hello, Aurora Talus. And Nemesis. Hey, Nemesis. You want to join? Let's get you in here. Alright. Let's hope I remember this infusion run. So here we're just gonna bypass all these guys. Yep. I wonder if I can just run the whole thing. Oh, these assholes. Oh, get off me. I forget if it teleports the dead ones too. We're just gonna run through this because it's just easier. No man, doing this with cupcakes is so much easier. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh yeah, that's right. These guys are too busy fighting each other. Oh no, I can't dodge roll. No. And then here, yeah. Bypass this guy. And then from here on out, it should just be trolls, right? Alright, here are the stairs. Nope, not yet. Or did we already pass them? Master Whispers, no! Here are the stairs. Now the question is, are we gonna be able to pass the spiteful spirit guys, the fucking the necros? Because that's the real test. This whole part of running this is just a breeze. Even these blessed griffins don't do much because they do Spellbreaker. Oh, that's why I remember them. Yeah, that was a huge pain. Their ability to just basically cancel out your they could just cancel out your casters. Alright, so here come the pop-ups. It's the pop-ups that are the issue. This is usually what makes or break. Oh yeah, it's the signets. It's the fucking knockdown signets. And there's a lot of slowdown just before the cutscene. Bane signet, Bane signet. Oh, signet of judgment, sorry. And then the last pop-ups here. There they are. Signet. Signet, signet. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And made it. Skip the cutscene. Boom, we're all here alive. Huzzah. Yes, I will take care of the Eidolon. Just wait till everybody's healed up. Let's go. And this is where we finally find Marcus as well at the end of this mission. Wow, good old spiteful spirit. I'm curious, the creature that's giving us the infusion against the Mersat. Do we see that creature again in Guild Wars 2? I don't think so, not yet anyway, but don't. I mean, it would make a lot of sense. If we're fighting the Mersat and all that. Again, I mean, I've seen some of it. I haven't seen all of it, of course, because I'm still doing Heart of Thorns and Living World Season 3, but I'd be curious. Do we get infusion? No, okay. So that's too bad. That'd be interesting. You know, you go to face the Mersat and these creatures come back. You know, make your armor better. If memory serves, this is another one of those missions where you can go all the way back to the beginning and clear out pretty much the entire zone in order to make sure you can get the bonus. It's almost like Gala Hatchery. There we go, let's verify all my armor's infused. And we're good to go. Let's go kill us some Mersat. It's a beautiful view. I'm gonna have to overlook my settings after the stream. Try to figure out why my battle volume isn't working. If it's a game issue or if it's a stream issue. I think Mike's in chat, but he doesn't want to chat with me. Mike doesn't like my non sequiturs. Alright, small outside group. I'm not talking to you, Lily, I'm talking to Mike. Alright. Kill these guys, and then we face off against Marcus. And then the Jade armors come out. Come on, Marcus. Die. Yeah. Yeah, I know you got no flesh. I know you're immune to bleeding. There we go. And we're not doing Thunderhead Keep today because that takes a whole hour in and of itself. I hated doing this mission on hard mode. This was terrible. Alright, so how much of the Shiverpeaks have we covered? Look at that. And then... where is the armor? Isn't it out of this zone? Yeah, 45 minutes to an hour, absolutely. But let's go to the, just before we end the stream, I want to go to the place with the, my favorite armor. And one of the weirdest small outposts, I think, in the whole game. I can't even remember the... is it Granite Citadel? I don't think it's Granite Citadel. Ah, Mersat. Oh, the ice imps. When Guild Wars 2 was announced, and they talked about like you're gonna be able to bring stuff over from Guild Wars 1, my big thing was armor. There wasn't a lot of armor in the game that I found amazing looking, especially not for the price that it cost. And this is the set of armor that I wanted them to bring over, and what they ended up bringing over instead the heritage armor. I'm not saying that the heritage armor doesn't look good. I'm not saying that that it's terrible, but it just would have been that hard to import a couple more sets of armor. Is it over here? Yes, this is it. Nian's Grotto. Yes. This is the town where you can you can get slow. Like the entire town is frozen. I found that kind of amusing. look at this. And there you go. There's the armor guy next to a frozen waterfall. Elite Char and Elite Templar. This is my favorite kind of armor in the whole game. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so we made it to Thunderhead Keep. That's going to be what we do tomorrow. So thanks everybody for watching. This is where we're going to end the stream. And thanks for Nemesis for coming out and running around with me at the end there. That's it, and I will see you all next time.